We're reacting to JAiden attempted a two-player Nuzlocke. Let's go.
You know the drill at this point. Pokemon faints, it dies, catch one Pokemon per route and nickname it to set up for emotional trauma. But this time we're doing something a bit different. A two-person Nuzlocke. It's technically called a Soul Link, but no one knows.
Soul Link is so dramatic. Soul Link sounds like something that's more intimate than marriage that you're committing to for, like, not just this life. Marriage, death do us part. Soul Link sounds like it's marriage before the afterlife and reincarnation indefinitely, doesn't it?
So basically you and person 2 play the same Pokemon game at the same time, following the same Nuzlocke rules. However, your Pokemon are linked, which means if my starter dies, player 2's starter also dies.
Oh,
and they can't do anything about it. Plus, we can only have one primary typing for both of our teams combined. So if I catch a water type and add it to my team, person 2 can't have a water type at all on theirs. And cherry on top, all Pokemon are randomized. I can walk into the grass at any point and accidentally find God. And maybe he'll just kill all my animals right then and there. So with all these new rules in place, I needed to find a player 2. One who's a real Pokemon master, able to adapt, improvise, and strategize all at the drop of a hat. And who else other than Pokemon Master himself? Jacob Alpharad.
Let's go!
Who, at this point in time, has a 50-50 Nuzlocke win ratio. Here's our Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Soul Link Nuzlocke. We both go downstairs.
I didn't realize that there was such a scene for, like, modded Pokemon. That's so cool.
Greet our mom and immediately beeline it to Professor Elm's lab to see what Pokemon he's got for us, because we don't know. They're random. In case you forgot what I just said. We stroll up to him and he pats Jacob on the head and goes, "Here, choose from these 3. I picked them specially for you. Torterra, Tentacruel, or Ludicolo."
Tentacruel, gang.
Alright, what do I get? Why not Mankey Ariatus? Awesome. Jacob takes Torterra and I take Mankey, and we name them Franklin. On our way to talk to Mr. Pokemon, Jacob runs into a Regirock in a random patch of grass, which just flat out explodes on him. No one died, luckily, but also, oh my god. We get an egg, and immediately Professor Elm calls and tells us he's been robbed and bullied. You really couldn't handle being alone for 10 minutes, could you? On our way back to help a grown adult, we stumble onto a shady figure who scoffs, challenges us to a battle with Pokemon he stole from Elm, which we immediately win, scoffs again, then drops his wallet, passport, credit card, driver's license, social security, Target gift card on the ground in front of us.
Can you guys imagine the, like, real-world implications in this Pokemon universe? Like, if there is an alternative universe where Pokemon exists, and now JAiden created another alternative universe where modded Pokemon exist, this would be insane. Like, at least you would have some... I mean, if there were killer creatures everywhere that could basically use magic to attack and fight you, I would feel so much less secure just going about my daily life and living as a human. Like, walking down the street. It'd be horrifying if, like, Rattata and Pidgeys were even around. But I would take some solace in the fact that I can expect, like, oh, there's only Rattatas and Pidgeys around here. Like, I've got a Charmander that can walk around and basically be my bodyguard. I'm relatively safe. But then you, like... There's these huge... It's like it's like instead of squirrels being in your neighborhood, there's fucking grizzly bears could spawn, or like elephants or lions. That's so scary, right?
To see.
That's horrifying.
Dude, get your craps together. You can't be doing that when you're a wanted fugitive. Back in the lab, Elm is crying on the floor as the police and our neighbor are trying to comfort him, and the police asks us if we saw anyone suspicious. Yes. We saw his info. Now here we get to name our rival. Jacob and I try to think of someone that we both shared some sort of rivalry with. When we remembered a certain professional Pokemon Nuzlocker has been consistently reacting and critiquing our Nuzlocks so far, some of his comments were more critical than others and directed at one of us more than the other. Mr. Policeman, his name is Jan.
Oh.
Hi, Jan. Let's see if you can destroy us from the inside out. Anyway, our neighbor takes us out to some grass to show us how to catch a Pokemon, runs into Articuno, catches it in a Pokemon.
I didn't know there was Pokemon community drama. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm still a little surprised.
In the green, and turns to us and goes, "See? Just like that." They give us some Pokeballs and we can finally start our journey. We both run around in the grass and our first encounters are Barboach and Houndoom. This would have been awesome for Jacob if he could catch the dang thing. Since we only had Pokeballs, Houndoom was not getting in the ball no matter what, and we ended up not getting that pair. But you know, it's alright. There's plenty more encounters like Hoppip Farfetch that Jacob accidentally kills, or Geodude Gyarados
Gyarados!
that Jacob accidentally kills. Or
Imagine the
Pyro.
lore behind there just being a fucking Gyarados in the middle of this grassland. Like, how did the Gyarados worm crawl its way from the ocean? How did it get there? Like, how did it get there? How did it get there? Did it traverse mountains, villages, forests? Just literally, like, caterpillar crawling the whole way?
Charizard.
What?
That Jacob accidentally kills. Hey, why do I get this? And Jacob gets all this. And why do you keep killing him, Jacob? But finally, in the ruins of Elf, we managed to catch a new pair. Sand/Camerupt. Not bad at all. We tried to name them Michael, but both misspell it, so welcome to the team, Michels. Then on Route 32, we catch Totodile Beedrill, which is also pretty good, mainly for just me. We started combining the two Pokemon to create their names, so we ended up somehow with Bedrodo. We ran into a trainer who had a frickin' Palkia on his team. Fun fact, did you know if you Google Palkia type weakness, Google will tell you that he's weak to Fairy and Salamence? No other dragons, just Salamence. So Jacob and I started joking around every time we saw a Palkia. Oh no, if only I had a Salamence. Uh-oh, don't have a Salamence over here. It was kind of strange how many Palkias we ran into, but that didn't stop us from bullying every single one. So we
Do you guys like how I'm such a Pokemon normie that you only get a pop of excitement from me when you see Gen 1? And I'm like, oh, it's Gyarados! Oh, it's Charizard! Like, and literally every other Pokemon, I'm just like... And then when it's Gen 1, I'm like, wow! I almost did Sandshrew. I was like, it's Sandslash! I love Sandslash!
Faulkner, the first gym leader, who has Kyogre Bronzor.
Yo, he's handsome.
And Metagross Dragonair.
Whoa!
Oh my god. After a lot of difficulty, we both managed to beat him with no casualties. I don't know how that happened, but hey, everyone's alright. Oh, he's gonna take himself out. Oh my god! How about some encounters to lighten the mood? Oh, hello, Shuckle Suicune. That Jacob accidentally kills. In Azalea Town, we challenged Bugsy, who luckily wasn't as stacked as Faulkner. And
I appreciate Jacob with the short. Jacob, my boy, said thighs out, skies out. Jacob, I like it. Get those thighs out, dog. Jacob doesn't skip leg day.
We step outside. Jaden, who is surprised we haven't been demolished yet. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Challenges us to a battle, which we also win. Hehehe. We run into Mawile Deoxys in the forest, who someone accidentally kills, and make our way to Goldenrod, where there's a security guard that'll give us both a Pokemon. He hands me a Porygon 2, which I'm ecstatic about, turns to Jacob, and gives him Regigigas, which we can't use because they're both normal types. Of all the legends you had to get, of course you get the only normal type besides actual God. We beat Whitney and in the national park find Piplup Flaffy, which we name Plap. I pitched to Jacob that I'm willing to trade the Bedrodos to make room for this new pair, so he essentially switches Beedrill with Flaffy, which we shake on.
I want to do this with Stephanie.
Team, Plaps. And then my Plap immediately almost gets killed.
Jaiden?
I'll fix it.
Does Jaiden post her long plays that she makes her animations from, guys? I'm curious.
Sorry, my bad. We find Dragonair
really
Shuppet, which is an actually insane pair we could use right away. But yeah, I ended up killing that one. Look, I'm sorry, Jacob. It is harder than it looks to catch these things. We pour water on the strange trees on Route 36 that actually turn out to be Cradily Silcoon. We kinda named them Dillydoo and could have added them to the team as death fodder, but we ended up forgetting to. Which is, yeah, a pretty silly mistake, but what's the worst that could happen? Who needs death fodder in a Nuzlocke? Jacob and I make it to Ekritik and walk into the burned tower. As we are about to go down there, Jan runs up and is like, "You're only trying to catch Suicune to make yourselves look stronger than you actually are." And we're like, no, we killed him a while ago. But he still wanted to battle, probably to show off the Mew he somehow found. We beat him yet again, go downstairs, scare off the dogs, and go challenge Morty. Jacob didn't have any trouble for the team Morty had for him. But for me, I was having a bit of a harder time because he had a Lugia, which neither me nor my team could even handle. All I could do was bubble beam it with Plap and pray I don't get crit one-shot as Jacob just sits there watching. But it ended up working out. We arrive in Olivine and climb the giant lighthouse.
I'm surprised. Are you guys surprised things are going as relatively smoothly as they are? Like, we haven't had any fatalities.
Or literal death along the way. Reach Jasmine at the top, who's like, climb back down and go get medicine for Amphi and Cianwood. And we were like, we almost died getting here. Surfing to Cianwood, we encountered Abomasnow Pupitar. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, we did catch them. Abomatar joined the team immediately, and suddenly we've got a pretty powerful lineup going on. Also, a random guy in town gifted us a Mewtwo and Weepinbell. Finally! I'm the one with the legend now. But we had to box him because we couldn't have two grass types. All of this sudden shared luck combined with our 0-death win streak got us feeling pretty confident, which naturally means it's time to get kicked in the throat, specifically by a black belt martial artist. Gym leader Chuck was indescribably tough in the most bullcrap way possible. For me, Jacob had no trouble at all because he's Jacob. He had a Kingdra, which I brought Obamatar out for. Nothing else on my team could really do anything against it. The main drawback of this is Obamatar's Snow Warning ability, which creates hail, damaging every Pokemon, including my own, that's not an ice type, which is pretty inconvenient in a Nuzlocke. I even made a teeny tiny comment about it when I first got him. I'm gonna call it, Snow's gonna kill one of my Pokemon. Kingdra goes down, and Chuck's only other Pokemon, he's only got 2, is Frostlass, who, if you don't know, has Snowcloak. Snowcloak makes the Pokemon 20% harder to hit if there's hail. You want to know how many Pokemon in Gen 4 have this ability? 5. 3 of which being Mamoswine. You want to know how many Pokemon there are in Heart Gold, Soul Silver? 493. Now, I know these odds sound pretty awful already, but you know what this Frostlass does? She uses Ominous Wind. Ominous Wind has a 10% chance to boost every single stat of the user. She gets the stat boost twice in a row. After a lot of strategizing, we both decided the best option for us would be to send in Michel as death fodder to heal up Plap, because he's the only one that can really do anything at this point. And what happens? Please don't get another stat boost.
He's good. He's so good. He's
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my Frostlass crit one-shots Michel as soon as he comes out. Our first death.
R.I.P.
Poor Camerupt. He was so proud for making it out of Chuck's gym and then just falls over dead for no reason. I got Plap healed up and basically started heal stalling, which, sure, isn't a noble strategy, but come on. After literally struggling against my own bad luck for what felt like hours, finally, Frostlass goes down.
This is dramatic as hell, guys.
Finally. Holy shit. Jacob practically drags me out of the gym and we head to the BC. We decided to add a pair we caught back on Route 35, which was Charmeleon Donphan named Darfell. A fantastic duo. I was admittedly, and I think justifiably, still really salty about what we just went through.
I know, I'm just like getting my mind blown because I'm such a normie with Pokemon that this is what I did. And I feel like everyone's going to just like click off of it. Dislike. Everyone's just going to go down and hit the dislike button now. But I would just like level up my Charizard until I got it to level 100 or whatever fire type starter there was. And then I would just one-shot everybody regardless. This is so interesting. I guess I didn't realize Pokemon was such a deep strategy game. Like this deep. I knew it was deep with the typing and whatnot, but the stat buffs and everything. This is so cool. This is so interesting.
Jacob convinced me that we should just
like, I love JAiden, and I feel like I'm the only one that loves JAiden who hasn't really watched Nuzlocke and doesn't know anything about Pokemon. I've watched her other videos. So this is such a cool thing to me.
We got our Darfells leveled up and
I want to watch other Nuzlockes
to feed Amphi the medicine that we picked up so Jasmine would finally do her job. And check this out.
Already done.
Another Lugia?
Oh my god.
Look at our 2 screens real quick.
Nah, it's alright. She also had a Deoxys. We headed to Mahogany Town, catching and adding Nidoran and Bibarel, named Beryl, to the team. And in the Lake of Rage, Jacob caught a Kyogre paired with my Swalot. We never used this pair, but I just wanted to mention it for reasons. We approached the glistening shadow of the lake beast, activate the encounter, and find a shiny Banerian Donphan. Not, you know, the best, but hey, free shiny Pokemon. Doesn't hurt to Oop, I killed it. That's, again, my bad. Sorry. Lance walks up to us and goes, "Hi, I'm Lance."
Lance so
Grabs
cool.
us by the wrist,
Lance
kicks
so
down the
cool.
door to the Mahogany Town 7-Eleven, kills one of the guys in there, and runs into the rocket hideout where he continues to wipe out any living organism he finds down there. Classic Lance. We decided to copy him and beat up all the executives and their power generator. Right before we fly to Goldenrod, we pick up the 7th badge and then continue curb stomping Team Rocket. We were getting a bit too comfy though, and as Jacob wasn't paying attention, mainly because he just got a chicken sandwich, Obamatar was killed by a Golem's earthquake. Oh no. That was a really bad blow and stung much more because we weren't paying attention.
I mean, honestly, that's the most relatable thing ever. If you're in a really long session and you don't get distracted by food, you're not human, man.
But we
that's
did
so
have
sad.
to move on.
The Team
Especially
Rocket?
since we were literally in the middle of a gang fight. We shoved our way to Rocket Executive and Big Boss Archer and give him a bit of a throat chop so he would calm down and stop doing whatever it is he was doing. And everyone is saved. On our way to Blackthorn, we catch Frostlass Corefish, which put me into a vengeful trauma spiral. You. And then Jacob caught himself both a Suicune and an Azelf. We arrived and took on Claire, who led with a Mewtwo against me, which at this point I shouldn't even be surprised. But all the rest of our team was pretty much a pushover for both of us. Claire's a bad sport and refused to think we were good trainers, so we talked to the old man behind the gym and he's like, so do you beat your Pokemon? And we're like, no. And he's like, awesome. Claire, give him the stupid badge. What? So now we can head to the Elite Four. Hey guys, I think you should go fight a horde of Asian women in Ecruteak. So we enter the Ecruteak Theater and start fighting the women, and the second girl for me sends out Ambipom. As I switched to Franklin, it screeched, which I didn't pay attention to, and Ambipom double hit killed Franklin.
Oh no!
Our starters died. Dude, that was really sad.
Oh,
we were about to
no.
make it to the Elite Four with them, and bam. Not
Oh, dude.
alive anymore.
This seems like it'd be so bad. I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad. I'd be so angry. Maybe I shouldn't play this maybe I shouldn't do this with Stephanie. Dude, I'd be crushed. This seems like, I'd be so angry. It seems like it'd be
We're with
terrible,
us through
right?
everything. Pretty much the backbone to our teams. Man. Jan's gonna make so much fun of us when he finds out. As we're still mourning, the last kimono girl rest spams with Wailord. Do you have any dignity, woman? We're lamenting over here. We try to leave and the girls are all, no, go catch the legendary Pokemon. He's already got 3. So I head to Whirl Islands and Jacob scales the bell tower, and what legends do we find? The legendary Zangoose and Loudred. Finally, we have some freedom again, and as soon as we touch the water in Newbark to head to Victory Road, what pops up from the bottom of the lake but Entei himself?
I love
Dodo.
Entei.
Oh my god! Hello, Dode. That's going in the box because fire types. We catch Cascoon Regirock in Victory Road, and heading towards the exit, Jan sprints up from behind us, and I iconically say, "This is your last chance to kill one of our Pokemon, Jan." And what happens? Oh my
no!
god. No!
No!
What happened?
Not you, no!
Oh. That's not
Oh, he killed one of our Pokemon. Yeah, that sucks.
That's
that
so
really
rough,
sucks.
man.
Starfell was an
It was
incredible
something-
pair
Annie-
we've had since the 5th gym, and we really grew to lean on. We lost quite literally half our team right before the Elite Four. We beat Jan for the last time, enter the Indigo Plateau, and immediately bolt to the PC to see what kind of damage control we can do. After a very long time of trying to stitch together the best teams possible, we ended up with this. Ampharos and Polion.
Honestly, that's how I feel every time I do self-checkout at the grocery store, right? I don't know why. I feel like I'm much slower than literally everybody else.
Beryl Nidoqueen, Beautifly Cradily, Dodrio Entei, and Victory Bell Mewtwo.
Entei, let's go, baby.
I know. Wow, Jaiden. Super balanced. You've got Mewtwo and Entei, and Jacob has a Beautifly. Look, this is the best we could do, I promise. Tell him, Jacob, tell him. Anyway, big deep breath. Here we go into the unknown depths of the Elite Four. Will, Coda, and Bruno were all no problem at all. We breezed right past them. Everything was going great.
This is so cool.
This is
Yeah,
fine.
it's done.
Yeah, he's. Oh my god.
I feel like this is
It's fine.
gambling.
I
Like
win.
this would scratch
On
the
the
same
other-
itch as gambling, wouldn't it? A little bit, because it's like it's skill based, but also there's so much RNG. But you can get out of the RNG by playing adequately, right? But I would still every single time I'd be like getting a pulp, a little feeling in my gut, like a little fear, a little bit
Other
excitement.
hand,
Every encounter,
Karen
right?
was not as nice.
No, I just mean, what if he does any charge move?
Not Entei.
Oh.
Okay, he just did cross chop. He's dead. It's fine.
Not
I
Entei.
was safe to fly him. I'm just paranoid. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my
Entei.
Oh no. Guys, we're so sorry we got you killed in the first, 15 minutes of having you. We ended up getting out of the battle with no more casualties, but facing Lance with a team of 4 each is really not ideal, to say the least. But we walked up to him nonetheless. Whether we win or lose here, this is our last battle. He leads with Fiona and Ledian, which we were both like, ha ha ha, Lance, is this all you've got? And then he hits us with the no. Jacob was up against his Porygon Z, Rampardos, Licky Licky, Zapdos, and Plusle. And even though
I told you, I'm such a normie. You guys hear that? I go, Zapdos? Zapdos?
Stacked team, he was holding his own and getting through them really well. On my end, I was dealing with a Giga-impacting Snorlax, which I really had nothing for. I just had to pray for no crits and as many misses as possible.
I love Snorlax.
It goes down eventually, and what does he send out next? Palkia. Oh, I could really use a Salamence right about now. This is what we get. We bullied Palkia so much during our journey here. Looking at my team, I don't have anything that can handle Palkia either, except for Mewtwo. And what happens? He gets Spatial Rend crit one-shot turn 1. I am in a lot of trouble. I took so much time getting past Snorlax that Jacob was already done with his battle, so all he could do was watch this massacre from the sidelines. I sent out Dillydoo to confuse stall him and just try to chip away at him with basically nothing. And my god was I lucky, because if Palkia hit one more crit at any point, Dillydoo and the run was over. And I was forced to dance on that line for a long time. But eventually, Dillydoo lands the finishing blow. I was so proud. The pair that we caught so early on and deemed as death fodder was the one saving us. We're so sorry for doubting you, Dillydoo.
What a beautiful story arc, huh?
Sticking by us and not dying. But that was only half of Lance's team, might I remind you. Plap took out his Sand Slash, which stunk. But Bastiodon came out, tanked Plap's Surf, and killed him with Metal Burst. I was in shock with that one. That was our second oldest pair. Ever since our Franklins died, Jacob and I both started seeing the Plaps as our star members. Beryl came out and revenge finished the Bastiodon, and Lance's last Pokemon was big ol' hard-hitting, tanky frickin' Azumarill. I sent Dillydoo back out because Beryl would die immediately, and started the chipping game again. If that wasn't bad enough, Azumarill set up the rain and an Aqua Ring for itself, which turned this fight from, to, this awful one-on-one lasted 10 whole minutes.
Sheesh.
I slap him, he slaps back, much harder, and then heals, and then I heal. But eventually, Dillydoo wins the stalling battle, and Azumarill goes down. In an unpredictable turn of events, Dillydoo saved us from utter defeat. What an adventure we just went on. Insane encounters, insane bullcrap, friends,
That's so
death,
cool.
bullying,
Not that part.
and
That
the
part not cool.
Dillydoos. Thanks for going on this journey with me, Jacob. I quite literally couldn't have done it without you. And a salute to the buddies we made along the way.
Guys, did you cry in Pokemon whenever someone left the main party? Because I absolutely did. I think if I did this, I would legitimately cry. I get way too emotionally attached to my Pokemon when I play. I think I would legitimately cry. I'd cry. If they just died. Aww. That was really cool. This has inspired me to want to actually... I haven't played Pokemon in a decade. I want to do this so badly. This looks like so much fun, guys.